Hello, YouTube! So the other day I was looking through a manuscript and I found a nice black paw print from a kitty cat that had stepped in some ink. And I'm sure that did not make the author of that manuscript very happy. So then I started thinking, well, what other contributions have cats made to music? And surprisingly, they've made almost as many contributions as Schrodinger's cat and even Sir Isaac Newton's cats. One of the earliest and one of my favorite recorded instances of a cat composing music was a lovely little kitty named Pulcinella. Pulcinella was the beloved companion of Domenico Scarlatti, who was born in the late 17th century and died in the mid-18th century. Pulcinella enjoyed prancing around on Scarlatti's harpsichord and inadvertently wrote his fugue in G minor, also known as the Cat's Fugue. Apparently, the theme proper was created by Pulcinella's prancing, and then Scarlatti contributed the rest of the fugue. But we all know who we can really thank for that piece. Another famous Italian composer, Antonio Sacchini, who was well known for his opera seria, told his friends that he could only compose music if he was surrounded by cats. I guess. Another infamous cat lover was Alexander Borodin. His friend Rimsky-Korsakov wrote that Borodin had so many cats that anytime he was over for dinner, cats would just be running around the entire house, walking on the dining table, eating food off the guests' plates, and even just, climbing up and sitting on top of the backs of the guests. Not only that, but every cat had his own name and biography, such as Fisher, a cat who got his name for being very, very good at ice fishing, and a cat named Lilong, who would bring in orphaned kitties and, contribute to a growing number of cats in the house. Now we get to Frederick Chopin, who created a piece called the Cat Waltz when he was inspired upon hearing a cute little kitten running across the keys of his piano. The strange melody it created was so intriguing that he decided to compose an entire piece around it. Apparently, a cat tried to keep Andrew Lloyd Webber from creating a sequel to the Phantom of the Opera. After Webber had already composed quite a bit of music for his new show, his 6-month-old kitten Otto decided to jump on his computer keyboard and promptly erased all of his work. If only it had been a real deterrent, right? I'm totally just kidding, I haven't actually seen the sequel, I have no idea what it's like. French composer Maurice Ravel had several Siamese cats that he loved very dearly. He was in fact inspired by them to write a duet for cats in his opera L'Enfant et les Sortilèges. He even wrote this duet in a language that he described as authentic feline language. Also a big fan of cats was British composer Rayfon Williams. There's a great picture of him with his favorite little cat Foxy, and as you can tell from this picture, he looks pretty possessive of her. Now, several of you may have heard of Nora, the piano-playing cat. A Lithuanian composer by the name of Mindaugas Piaitis, and if I pronounce that wrong, please correct me, I have absolutely no idea. He wrote a 4-minute cat concerto inspired by a recording of piano playing Nora. This piece actually accompanies the recording, and it's been performed over 20 times since it was composed. Conductor Richard Rosenberg said about the piece that it's actually like playing quite a bit with a regular soloist in that they don't pay attention to the conductor at all. But apparently not everyone was very fond of cats. There was a vicious rumor spread by Wagner that Johannes Brahms despised cats so much that he would shoot them out of his backyard with a bow and arrow. And even worse, after the cats were shot, he would reel them back into his house where he would listen to their death cries and compose music off of it. This hideous description of Brahms' character is probably inaccurate and most likely just a creation of Wagner's competitive and really mean mind. Personally, I don't think that Brahms' music sounds like dying cats. There are also some beautiful pictures of composers with their cats. Here's Henry Cowell, an American composer extraordinaire and kitty cat lover. And here's Frank Zappa with a kitty, and also Cher with her cat. Oh, and here's Shostakovich with his cat. And because I can't resist, here is Shostakovich with a cute little pig. Oh, and there's also Yo-Yo Ma with a wombat. I'm gonna stop right now because if I don't, this is just gonna turn into a video of a lot of composers with cute animals. I hope you enjoyed this video. I myself am more of a dog person, but apparently cats are more conducive to composing. Please like and subscribe and check out the Twitter and Facebook linked in the thingy-majig below. Till next week, enjoy your 9 lives! Musicology.